questions. Do you tell them how the things were made to work, or do you just tell them the general information you gave me?
Mhm. I think Ronnie will be
Is
pretty
it
forthcoming
detailed?
about it since these are. Yeah, he'll be pretty detailed about it, and just kind of let him know, like, this is what we got, this is what we're working with. You know, if based on that, you can figure out how you want to strategize around it, how we're gonna take on Fierro. But it's basically this is what we got, and it's pretty much bare bones,
Okay.
other than the few laser rifles we got that are attached to this thing.
Cool. A couple things. I want to know. Do you tell them that there are points that you cannot fire through, like
Yeah,
specific?
Ronnie will tell him that.
Okay. Do you tell them the the capacity of their the strength of the weapons? You'd know at this point. Everybody here would
Yeah.
generally know. It's pretty strong, not excessively powerful. Okay. Do you tell them that Aethetrix had a hand in any of this?
That part I think I'm going to leave out. I'm going to
Okay.
make that a little bit more hazy.
Sure. I
I'll
was
just
just
say
making
we have a
sure.
really competent.
Yeah. I was making
Yeah.
sure that was out of
I'll
character part. That's it. Yeah.
yeah, I'll leave Aethetrix out of it and just accredit my engineering crew,
Okay.
or our engineering crew, that they were really competent.
There's a point after you low down give the lowdown to them where Siri is whispering but not whispering. She's saying they don't have the main weapon. We might not be able to do this with this. It should be fine. Without it, we're probably screwed. It Who could get past it? We have enough. And she's sort of like doubting, shaking at him, and he's like pointing at you guys. Then she sort of looks at you guys. So give me a second. On that one, and then 19, very nice on her part. Okay, she says that one's dead, and the other one looks a little too angry for his benefit. We're not going to be able to do this with this crew. They're not equipped. They should do fine. They have collected the Project 23. They're fine. There's this awkward silence of this married couple fighting.
I think once Bjorn, because I'm assuming that he would have overheard the whole "that one's dead," and he looks too
Everyone
angry.
heard this. This was not quiet. It was just like that, talking to each other, but everyone still hears thing.
Bjorn definitely would have stepped up and put himself between like those two in the group.
I mean, they're all sitting down, so it's kind of hard to put yourselves between them. You could get in front of them.
Oh, he would. Yeah, he had stepped in front of him and been like, "You may doubt this ship. You may doubt the crew. You will not doubt my friends. Yes, I am angry. I have reasons to be angry. Doubt me, and you will find out. Let Fierro come."
She points
And
at you. Could you make a wisdom save?
he slams his axe.
Yeah.
And allows the lightning within it to kind of spark up the handle into the blade.
Yeah. Make a wisdom saving throw. You aren't. Okay. You are held in place. You can't move. And she looks around to everyone. He's weak-minded. We should try to find a way to enforce his mental fortitude, I think, would be the best option. She lets you go almost immediately. Like you were in a hold person spell for like a moment. And then Lito Ordum, sort of face palming himself, reveals as his sleeves are pulled away, very immaculate and intricate. It just looks to be made up of the filigree itself, almost like the bracers are just the connecting points. It's so beautiful. It's almost adorning and has it alludes to be a dragon wrapping around their wrists. He seems to have a pair of them on himself, but you see clearly from the right hand as he palms his face. He says, I apologize for Siri's demeanor, but we should prepare a little better, I think. I too will need to pick some things up.
Ronny will kind of speak up. Look, I get it. We're not, your guys' A team. We may not even be your guys' B team. I also don't see any other heroes or adventurers that are capable enough to be able to stand up to this thing.
And Arthur kind of like interjects when he says brave enough. He says, or stupid enough.
Exactly that. To go up against this guy. And they also don't have the Project 23, the Savior, whatever you want to call it. We have it. We got it. We got it up and running however long it's been a dump in the underworld for ages now. We did that.
About a year, to be precise. Arthur kind of gets ahead and tries to grab Ronny by the shoulder. Please do not try to piss off a dragon, as he points at Siri.
I got this. Trust me.
Bjorn, you heard that.
I just think that we may not be the best, but we got heart and we got a lot of other things too. So, ball's in your court. If you want to do this, we'll do this, and we'll do our best to get it done.
Listen, you will get no dispute from my part. I have effectively collected you already through other means, as he looks across the room, and this time he will have advantage on this roll and spots Lunara. His eyes scrunch up and says, I remember giving someone a long time ago, or some would say a long time ago, the ability to get back here with ease, to have no problem, to find their way. What's your name? As he looks to Lunara.
She'll just look at him and say Luna.
Just Luna?
Mm-hmm. She doesn't give her name out anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's looking at you. He doesn't know you as Luna, but it's close enough to doubt, let's say. He says, have you been inducted to the Court of Horns, gifted an item, anything like this? As he's staring at it. The one that's probably around your neck. Maybe a necklace. You can tell me canonically what it is. Whatever you think it is.
Her necklace is fine.
Yeah. Do you tell him that someone gave it to you? Do you even mention it, or do you deny it? Mm-hmm.
I guess she'll just kind of hold it up. I don't really know.
He'll sort of look at it. He says, I spent some time in the stratum. There were many that helped me. There was a young one that pointed me in the right direction. Are you this one?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell me if Lunara... You may decide your story. What do you want it to be? You could say you've never met this guy before.
I don't know. I guess she'll just say, I don't know.
Well, be it as it may, having that within your person grants you a bit of leniency if you're to aid in this part. I do not believe I've inducted you into the Court of Horns proper, and each one of us have been to a degree. He looks to Ange with blatant eyes. It's clear he's not hiding anything. He says, if you don't mind, I'd like to make the proposal, the offer final.
Arthur kind of like goes towards him and whispers in his ear and points to the Bjorn. This guy has potential to be a Cool Horns operative. Just give him the offer and I'll smooth things over with him. Okay?
Does he carry the insignia? We're talking about this already, so he's probably already going to be vetted after this, regardless. But
so Bjorn, is letting you know, has stepped away, like trying to calm himself.
Yeah, after he gets a spell cast on him. Yeah, I get it.
Oh yeah.
But Little Odin does say that item, though, I can say for a fact, was handed to trusted individuals. And again, he's not sure what to make of Lunara. But he does approach. This guy's sort of large. He pulls out he would have just a short sword. And he says, if you do me the honors and bow, just your head. He's saying this to Lunara.
We'll bow her head, I guess.
Yeah. And he taps you with the side of the weapon, the side of the blade, not the slashing part, obviously, just to basically do what like the queen does to knight people. He does that, and then he puts the weapon away. He utters a phrase in a language that no one here can understand, as it seems to be guttural in all regard, but it's quick as much as it was loud and annoying. And he says, there we go. Now we'll have a full crew and a merc, and I guess I'll figure out what happens with your friend later. Not to call you guys mercenaries, but I don't think I have another.
I think at this point, Bjorn would definitely kind of step close to Ronny and kind of just give him a look of like he's trying to stay calm and control himself.
We'll just kind of like look up.
Standing in front of him.
Ronny will kind of look up at Bjorn and he'll give him just kind of this like knowing look and kind of like a grin. Kind of place a hand on his shoulder and just say, I know, big guy. It's all just politics at the end of the day. We'll get things done. Don't fret about it too much.
Yes, I think enough talking has been done. I do not like politicking. Let's get to action. I have many people to converse with if our plan is to go forward. You said you had individuals in this ship that need to be dropped off? Did you have a specific spot you prefer them to be?
Somewhere near somewhere in the city proper.
Yeah, refugees. Loads of normal folk just want to have a place to live, I would presume.
Or leave the disastrous horrors down there.
The best option that I could think of would be Imali. But arriving there at the speeds that these vessels offer at the moment till we get rid of the beast, then we'll take too much of our time, which is why we came to you. I suggest we drop off everyone here. He looks around to every one of you guys. He is keeping something from you all. It's not even there's no attempt to for subterfuge there. He's just literally clamping his mouth for a second. He thinks about it, And then he says, there is a place I know around these parts that can aid the individuals. I cannot give you its location. We would just have to trust my word on it. Is that sufficient enough? I could get you to a smaller village if that is not your liking. Again, this would waste some time.
Can Ronnie inside him?
You may.
I just want to get a feel if this is like a nervous suggestion, if this is like, he's avoiding something about these refugees.
Yeah. Again, this guy is easy to read. I'm gonna roll for it. He rolled. I'll give it to you. He specifically doesn't want to give off information about the location, it seems. There might be something important there. There might be people that are important there. It might be something in that regard or something other than that. But he doesn't want to disclose the exact location, it seems, for now.
Fair enough.
I mean, better than nothing, Arthur says, as he kind of like looks towards Syria. Syria, once we're on the way, mind for catch up after this? After all this nasty politics that's behind.
Wait, you what?
Arthur's basically asking if they can play catch up after all of this fine business once we reach the village.
Siri says to you, yeah, of course, we'll definitely have to catch up. But I mean, we have much more important things to worry about at this point, and we could set up a dinner. I was going to give this to your friend. If you could apologize for me, actually, it'd be great to tell him just to crush the crystal within it when you guys are ready. And she hands you a chalice. It seems very heavy. It's adorned with a whole bunch of gems across it, and there is this little. There's a brittle ruby just within it, floating in imaginary water.
Who precisely?
The big guy, the one I cast a spell on. I feel bad about it, but this is to aid you. It'll aid the group, and if we join you, we'd like to partake in it, I guess. But it isn't vital. This is for you and your crew.
Oh,
it's just a chalice, golden chalice.
Arthur kind of like says, "Thank you. I'll be sure to tell him your apologies. I'll make sure to send him your regards."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As he starts walking towards Bjorn.
Yeah.
Bjorn will definitely walk up to. What's the guy's name?
Lito.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lito.
He'll walk up to Lito and extend a hand, and almost like a friendly handshake.
Mm-hmm.
But when they clasp hands, he's gonna definitely put a little bit more strength into it.
Yeah, I'll roll athletics. I was waiting for it.
You were waiting for it.
Yes.
No, you way too well.
Oh, fuck that. No, the die. No, I gotta re-roll that. It hit my post-it note. I don't like it. Okay, which one do I take? The first roll or the second roll?
He's not trying to break his hand. He's just definitely letting him know that.
Yeah.
He's not.
My re-roll is a nat one.
Over.
He looks at you as comically, almost like in a cartoon, like someone gets their hand gets squeezed. It almost looks like that. But he looks on.
You hear a few bones pop in his hand.
Yeah. Luckily he's a lizard, he'll recover. You see him sort of strain as you grip him, but there's a look of understanding, like, yeah, I know why you're doing this. He's trying to pressure back to you, but it seems that you had a better grip there, and he just couldn't muster any strength in that. He gives you that. He just reveals all his teeth, and then he says, "Well, it'd be good to have you in the fight, no matter what we can do in battle. I think that axe would come in handy, to be honest. I saw how it hit the ground, the floor. What is this place made of? Mostly gadolite, right?" Sort of looking around, trying to spot the gadolite.
Yeah, pretty much. That and duct tape.
I'm sorry, what is this? Duct tape?
Oh, just stuff you use to do a little bit of patch job. Give it a spit shine, so to speak.
Is it the feathers? Or like their oil from the duck? Or
Arthur kind of says it's a adhesive strap that you use to stick one thing to it. I have no idea why they call it duct tape.
You use the bills of the duck, then. Makes sense. That's where the saliva comes from and stuff.
The engineers can probably explain to you, and Ronnie's trying so hard not to burst out laughing.
Siri is face palming right now.
They could explain to you the wondrous magic that is duct tape.
Okay, so Ange has the same face as Little Ordo. We are both on the same wavelength.
Excellent. We're both like, what is this magic?
Would Leto notice the cord of horns that is carved into the axe?
Have you slain anyone in the last hour?
No.
It's not bleeding, so it'd be invisible. You'd have to really look at it. Like, he has not inspected it, so there's no way for him to tell. You could show him if you really feel comfortable about that. You
Bjorn,
do hear him say, arms. He did induct Lunara in front of you.
Yeah, he's gonna, knowing that his axe is, like, ridiculously heavy, he's going to, like, hand it over and be like, can you tell me of his axe?
Okay. Give me a second. I am now looking.
You never gave me what the axe is.
I just said what it does. Yeah. I'm looking for this thing I wrote up. Seem to be struggling somehow. Okay. I don't see it. I do find the penguin suit. That's very nice. But no, I can't see much shit else.
No,
where is it? Where are you? Not there. Okay. I don't know. I have to look elsewhere. He does grab it. Now I have to try to get it off memory. Let's see.
You did say it was an ancient axe.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember that.
Yeah, but it was right here. It's right here in front of me. God damn it. Oh yeah, so I gave you the wrong information regardless. This is what it does. Copy, enter. Here you are. He says, that's the axe of Ragnarok. Where'd you get a hold of this?
He's gonna kind of look down, like memories kind of flashing through his head. And he's gonna look up at him and go, my father was slain. He handed me his axe. Said it was blessed by our gods.
He goes to grab it. Do you let him?
He's gonna hold on to it, but he's gonna let him grab it.
Yeah, he grabs the handle all the way as close as possible to where the blades meet, or the blades extend from. He pulls it towards him, and he runs his hand over the blade, and then that bloody part he does run over the side, and he looks upon, and everyone sees the sort of sparkling starlight almost that is the etched symbol of the original Court of Horns, to be fair. And he says, "What is your father's name?"
Lokir Ironside.
His face sort of...
I had to go through the...
Yeah. His face sort of, damn, it's just nat once for this guy all day long. Holy fuck. The lack of poker face on this individual indicates that there is a memory of this person. You're not sure how that makes sense, because your family sort of has had a couple generations in the underworld. So, but there is some flash of memory that occurs to Lito Urdum as he looks upon you, and he says, yeah, I think they're just gonna ask. And do you think you'd ever find yourself walking into a village taken over by a tyrant? Would you deem it possible? Would you see yourself usurping that role with ease, or freeing the folk? He seems to just be asking you a multiple choice question at this point.
Bjorn would look at him and say, I would free those that are oppressed.
Why?
Let them live their own life.
You gain nothing from it. Why?
Not my place to rule them.
Here's the thing. I don't think I've ever been in a place where this many individuals that I can trust with saying the phrase Court of Horns exists as of yet. I'd like to make some history. I would like you to join the Court of Horns as well. And not to diminish your entry, Lunara, but I believe all of you are actually more special than you seem. You all may have just a bit of fate lingering with you. If you don't mind, he draws his blade, and he looks like he's ready to induct you as well, after realizing that you two have an emblem of the Court of Horns.
Ronny's not really sure why, but at this moment he will conceal his ring that Fei gave him.
Yeah.
If it hasn't already been noticed.
No. This guy can't roll for shit. Get rid of my D20s. New D20s coming up to play. All my colorful ones no longer.
Right.
Let's go.
Let them go.
Oh, you have to step back. He would just effectively offer you a chance to join the Court of Arms. Jeff, would you join?
Bjorn would bow his head.
Yeah. He too inducts you in it. He turns around and he says, "You have a spoon with the symbol of Court of Horns as well?" And Crush looks at them, and he starts digging in like imaginary pockets. He says, "Yeah, this one's invisible though." And Lito Urdum rolls his eyes and then goes over and inducts him as well. There we are, all well within good company. Of course, if you tell anyone that you are Court of Horns members, you probably will be hunted down, killed, and used for your own... they'll use your items to do bad, probably, those individuals. I see that you are not regular adventurers. You... I don't know. You. Good luck. He just looks to Crush. But yeah, other than that, what do you guys want to do? We can expedite this, go towards the dropping off the individuals. You guys can decide whether it's going to be here or if it's going to be further away. If you guys feel like this guy is sus, but it's really up to you.
I think Ronnie wants to ask him one thing in private.
Ask away.
Since you're so tied into the Court of Horns, there's an operative I was wondering you might be able to send a message to.
Sure. Who could I
Fei.
contact for you?
Fei of the Leviathan.
Fei of the Leviathan. I'm not sure I know exactly who you're speaking of. There are several Feis in my life, unfortunately. Leviathan, I have no idea what it is in regards of. May I get a location for them?
Not sure of the location. Last I knew, they were working some things out on their end.
Home base?
Sure.
Base of origin?
What you could say is, like I said, they're the way I've known them, and they've always been Fey of the Leviathan to me. You know the Leviathan, big ship, pirate ship, right, operated by a man named
I have to be honest, my friend, and this is all happening just between the two of you. So there's a bit of like, you can tell, how would I say, lack of patience with you with this request. He starts saying, "Listen, unless you wanted to speak to the baker that's across the promenade in." He doesn't say promenade. Across the courtyard of Imali from Ayala's tower. I could help you there. I had a neighbor when I was in Mexicdonos. That helps in that regard. Hell, even if you wanted me to contact the Symphony member, Faye, I could get that. But those are the only Fays that I know, and the other ones probably had nothing to do with this, to be honest. So unless you gave me a place of origin. Oh. Well, that Faye. Really?
That's who I need. Yes.
Oh. You should have just said that then. Leviathan. What is the Leviathan?
If you don't know, it's probably no concern of you anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, there's this relaxed nature to him the moment you say that it's for Faye of the Symphony. He says, yeah, I could reach them. The only problem is my manner of reaching them takes about a week. Do you care?
Sure, it's fine. Let him know that...
Write it down.
Ronnie will just say... Well,
it'll get to them.
Ronnie will write down the message. Found most of the members initially searched for. Missing Billy. Almost done. And he'll fold that up, hand it to him. All right.
You should seal it. We don't send anything through space mail without seals. Space mail exists.
All right,
now.
then Ronnie will open it up, put a PS, contact me, seal it up, then hand it to him, and he'll put a kind of like initial at the top of RB, being Ronnie Blackburn, and then just hand it to him.
He puts it away. You were saying, Arthur?
Whilst Ronnie and Leto is doing their thing, Arthur's gonna go to Bjorn, and then he offers that Syria's gift.
Syria? It's Siri.
Siri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Sorry if that triggers any iPhones around.
Alright. Arthur basically goes to Bjorn and says, Siri sends his sorries. As he brings him this ornate gift.
nice golden shadows with a whole bunch of gems. And there's a weird little brittle gem within it. It looks like it's floating in water, but also air. There's no water.
Bjorn's like, kind of looks at it in the hand and goes, "What do I do with it?"
It's pretty. You could sell it. You could keep it in a. You could keep it in a nice safe. You could also use it as a paperweight if you wish.
Do you want me to remind you of what she told you?
Yes, I forgotten that.
She said you could crush the gem within it before an encounter, before a battle, a big battle of some sort. Presumably the one against Fierro. You can assume that they were talking about, and it'll help you.
Arthur just says, crush this just before battle. It should help you. That's what she told me.
Like an hour before. I'll say she said.
Like an hour.
Don't do it a minute before battle. Don't do that. But yeah.
Yeah. Kind of nod at Arthur and like, kind of just hugging one of his pouches, like, alright, whatever.
So, how do you feel about? So, you're now a core horde member.
I feel the same.
But you'll be helping people. And get paid in the process, too.
He just kind of huffs at Arthur, like, okay, I do that now.
So, how you've been seen so far? Is there any problem that I might need to know about?
Bjorn just kind of stares at him like,
Sorry?
Bjorn just stares at you like, really not paying attention?
Just think about other things. Is that what you mean?
Ronny will come back. After talking to Leto. Alright, I suppose we should drop off all these refugees then. Let Leto take care of it. We don't have so many bodies on board. Collateral damage and the such.
Cool. So you guys want to dump your cargo? You were already paid for this cargo. You're dumping your cargo here in the middle of a forest that you have no idea may or may not have safety.
Nope. Arthur's gonna drop him off at the village. The last thing he needs is a bunch of villagers' steps on his hands.
Wait, we're doing village? Because if we do it to village, it's further away.
Because the way Leto was going on is that they would have a way to get to some kind of location, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our choices are either drop them off here, Leto gets them to where they need to go, or we go the extra mile, take our very, very slow ship over to city, which honestly, both out of character, both options are great because, you know, we could probably head over to the city faster either way. But if we get to the city, we might be able to use some of our coin to upgrade the ship or, you know, do whatever we need to get done in the city. You know, if there's contacts we need to find or whatever.
Arthur would like to check up on his relatives. I mean,
I'd rather make sure they get somewhere safe.
So do we carry all the refugees?
Need to order them promises they'll be safe at the secret location.
I mean, he is Court of Horns.
Whatever weight that carries, you decide.
Yeah, I don't know how much I trust him just yet.
You guys can make insight checks. He is very easy
I
to
still
read.
definitely make sure that they get somewhere that Bjorn definitely knows is safe.
Well, and I think Ronnie will let everybody know, if we're kind of deciding this, that he does reveal that, yeah, Leto seems like he wants to take care of them, but he also doesn't want us knowing about a certain area. So there is something to be a little bit suspicious about. So if you want to question him about that, go for it. Ronnie already did what he could do.
I think
Inch is clearly gonna question him. Inch is clearly gonna question him because taking these people to an unknown location is kinda lighting up red flags in Inch's mind.
Yeah, excellent.
Especially since Inch spent most of their time among the people and kinda got to know a few of them.
Cool. Do you go, Ange, or do you go with the group? At the moment, Lito Urdum was separated. He stepped away to be at the what is it? The walkway, the tower walkway, the one that I essentially had to invent because it would make sense to have a gangway in some regard for tower, and the one that Arthur met Tito Uldum and Siri at is where he's staying. They plan on flying out in a moment. There is an Alita Urdum making a bunch of calls, apparently getting things prepared and waiting for your final say on what you decide. So does Ange go by themselves? Do they go with the crew? What's the order here? Do you guys need more time to discuss? Really?
Maybe just a little bit more time to discuss.
Probably knowing exactly what the area that Lito Udam is so trepidatious to speak about is, that you also step away from the group to find out. But you tell me. You could be more open.
It's gonna try to... I'm just trying to find out about the area, exactly what his plans are with all these people, because we don't really trust Little Wardom just to get these people into his hands.
Yeah. So do you go by yourself? Do you go with one of the other members of one of the other captains? Do you go with everybody?
I will ask, Intron ask the others if anyone wants to come with them.
Arthur walks away. Arthur sits back down and he says, I trust why he keeps the location a secret is for safety to everyone else. But if you wish to question him, I won't stop you.
Well, for now, are we keeping all the refugees on board? Are we making a final drop-off over to, what's that city called again?
Imali. There's also a couple
Imali
villages around. But,
we flying direct to Imali? Is that what we want to do?
Better than the wilderness.
I have no problems either way. Here or there. Let's just get them where they need to go.
Does anyone accompany Ange before the final decision?
Yeah.
I said, does anyone accompany you?
Lunara will tag along.
Okay.
In that case, Bjorn, you want to go with me back to the helm?
Sure.
You ready to fly this thing out of here?
Oh, Art's like, oh, mind if I come along?
Sure. Come along as you will, Arthur. Maybe we can scrounge up a little bit of booze before we go up.
Yeah. That is definitely available and accessible to you guys with the plethora of individuals that have brought libations for the long trip they thought clearly have been cut short as a successful engineering and proper preparation goes a long way. You guys have made it to port in the overworld effectively. And as I have successfully split the party, Ange and Lunara go to the walkway, the tower walkway, and what's it look like, Ange? What do you ask this individual? The entrance would be, let's say here, sure.
So,
oh, you broke up.
What did exactly he say?
Yep, no, that's just rough. All I get is electronical.
Hidden location.
Yeah, you're having connection issues. Because I hear nothing.
Wait.
Do I speak? I think it's working now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I asked exactly what did Little Ordo mention about that secret location before.
He just mentioned that he has a place for the individuals to stay, but you will have to trust their word on where that is. It's around this perimeter, essentially, and I will bring you back here for the moment.
Can you share the screen?
Share the screen?
Yeah.
Sure.
Out of character, can you share screen?
Yeah, how can I do that? I can do that on Discord.
There's a little screen share button.
Yeah, I just gotta
it's
make
just
sure
every
I
time
give you
I
the right
screen
one.
share, it like screws up my mic.
No, I could do it for you. Just give me a second. Gotta make sure I pick the right screen. Okay. It's telling me that Discord won't let me do it. So I have to put passwords. Oh, yes, quit and reopen. That's fine. Just a moment. Discord will open again. Oh, it's now updating. Very nice. Regardless, let me prep that location so you're aware of where it is, and so everyone else can see. So there's a big tell on the map. I'm trying to keep it secret, but it's very hard to keep secret what I showed you. And Little Udum says there is an area around here. He says, Discord, you suck. Which is relatively to the southwest, maybe southeast, possibly not that east, from the position that you guys are in right now, that could house this many individuals comfortably. If they were to go further down to Detran, it would take a much longer. And here's the part that is not so secretive, because you guys can already tell there's like a weird little green looking ship there. It's definitely that place. That's 100% the place. That's out of character knowledge, but for some reason Little Udum does not want you to know of it, and neither does the map, which is why it's camouflaged. But that is the position, and after my download update 3 out of 6 finishes, then maybe Maine will be able to see what the heck I'm talking about. It's 5 out of 6 right now. Oh my gosh. Now install numbers. And now starting. Anyways, let me take you back. No, I want to keep it there for a second. Okay, shut up, Discord. Share. Which is the right screen. If that's that screen, then it has to be that screen. Also share application audio. No. Go live. There we go. Can you see? Hello, hello.
Hey, we can hear you.
Yes. I am now sharing successfully. Is it working? No.
I don't think so because I don't see anything being shared.
Yeah, I did it, but then it cut me off on this other side. Hold on. Do the share. What if I share only? Fuck. I don't know how to do.
No, I can't see anything.
Hold on. Yeah.
Maybe someone else can.
Yeah, it'd have to be someone else. I'm using my phone and I'm trying to share on this thing. Hold on. Do you guys hear me? Hello? Do you guys hear me? Hello? Hello, hello. Okay, okay. Alright, let me see. Now, how do I share screen again? The fuck? Why is Discord complicated? Yes, I see it. There you go. There you go.